Sigma males often exhibit a cool demeanor as a protective response to a world that frequently misinterprets or challenges their independent spirit. Their inclination towards solitude and introspection can create an impression of emotional distance, as they prioritize personal growth and authenticity over casual social interactions. This detachment is often rooted in their aversion to shallow conversations, leading them to seek out only deep and meaningful connections. Furthermore, Sigma males tend to question authority and defy societal norms, which can lead to tension in social situations. This inclination to maintain their values and autonomy may result in a more reserved or standoffish attitude. Past experiences of rejection or misunderstanding often reinforce their desire to keep others at a distance, contributing to the perception of coldness. However, beneath this exterior lies a warmth and depth that emerges in trusted relationships, showcasing their loyalty, integrity, and commitment. Understanding and respecting a Sigma male's need for autonomy and genuine connections can help bridge the emotional gap, fostering deeper and more meaningful interactions. With patience and empathy, others can unlock the rich inner world of Sigma males, revealing their true character and the potential for profound relationships. Number 1. While working the night shift at the diner, I often found solace in the rhythm of pouring coffee and flipping burgers. One quiet evening, however, I noticed a man seated alone in a corner booth, his gaze fixed intensely on me. His piercing eyes seemed to bore into my very soul, igniting a sense of discomfort that crept over me like a chill. The fluorescent lights flickered sporadically, casting eerie shadows that danced across his features, emphasizing the unsettling atmosphere of the otherwise empty diner. Despite the late hour, he remained motionless, like a statue observing my every move. As I went about my routine, the weight of his unwavering stare lingered, each passing minute amplifying the tension in the air. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, an unseen force threading through the seemingly mundane fabric of my shift. The diner, usually a place of comfort, morphed into a haunting stage for an encounter I couldn't explain. Each time I glanced his way, I felt as if I were caught in a web of silent scrutiny, turning what should have been a normal night into a disquieting memory that would haunt me for many sleepless nights to come. Number 2. On a solitary hike through a remote canyon, I stumbled upon a hidden mine shaft, its entrance gaping like a mouth ready to swallow me whole. Intrigued, I felt an inexplicable pull to explore the depths of its darkness, as if the echoes of the past beckoned me closer. My footsteps echoed against the damp stone walls, each sound blending with the distant drip of water and the whispering wind that carried tales of long-forgotten dreams. As I ventured deeper into the labyrinth of tunnels, the air grew heavy with history, and I stumbled upon relics of a bygone era, rusty tools, tattered journals, and the haunting whispers of miners who once toiled in search of fortune. Each turn unveiled a new chapter, a testament to human perseverance and the mysteries lying beneath the earth's surface. The stale air felt alive with stories of hope and despair, stirring emotions within me that were as old as the very stones surrounding me. In this forgotten realm, the essence of those who came before lingered, a powerful reminder of the dreams buried deep within the shadows, waiting for someone to uncover them once more. Number 3. During a weekend retreat at a remote cabin deep in the mountains, I awoke abruptly to an unsettling sound echoing through the silence, a persistent knocking on the door at 3 a.m. The rhythmic taps reverberated against the wooden walls, sending chills down my spine and igniting a primal instinct to hide. Heart racing, I cautiously approached the door, only to find the knocks ceased abruptly, leaving an eerie stillness in their wake. The chilling wind whispered through the cracks, making me question the nature of my nocturnal visitor. Was it a figment of my imagination, or something far more sinister? My attempts to rationalize the disturbance crumbled under the weight of an overwhelming unease that settled over me like a shroud. The tranquil beauty of the mountain retreat transformed into a haunted memory, shadows of doubt creeping into my thoughts. I stood there, frozen, torn between curiosity and fear, realizing that sometimes the most unsettling encounters are not those we see but those that linger in the silence, leaving us haunted by the unknown. Number 4. On a late-night drive through a desolate rural landscape, I noticed a car trailing closely behind me. No matter how many turns I took, its headlights glimmered ominously in my rearview mirror, sending a wave of unease coursing through me. The night grew darker, and the tension escalated as I desperately tried to shake off my relentless pursuer. I took a sharp turn into a shadowy alley, hoping to lose them amidst the labyrinth of winding streets. The growl of the car's engine halted at the alley's entrance, and I was enveloped in a heart-pounding darkness. I could feel my pulse quicken, every instinct screaming for me to flee. Peering through the rearview mirror, I saw the silhouette of the driver lingering just outside the alley, their presence a chilling reminder of the night's unsettling events. My mind raced with questions. Who were they? And why were they following me? The unease wrapped around me like a vice, and as I drove away into the night, I couldn't shake the haunting feeling that this encounter would follow me long after I reached safety. Number 5. While exploring the attic of an old, crumbling mansion, I discovered a dusty chest hidden beneath a veil of cobwebs. The ornate lock seemed to whisper secrets of a bygone era, piquing my curiosity as I pried it open with trembling hands. Inside, I uncovered a treasure trove of yellowed manuscripts, faded portraits, and an exquisitely kept journal that chronicled the tumultuous history of the mansion and its former inhabitants. The pages unfolded tales of forbidden romances, whispered scandals, and tragic endings, each word a haunting echo of lives intertwined with the mansion's faded walls. I found myself captivated, tracing the ink-stained passages that told of dreams and despair, the weight of history palpable in the air around me. As I absorbed the stories within, a sense of reverence mingled with apprehension, as if the past were reaching out to ensnare me in its enigmatic embrace. In that dimly lit attic, surrounded by relics of lives once lived, I felt the mansion come alive with memories that demanded to be remembered, a poignant reminder of the secrets buried within its aging facade. Number 6. One twilight evening, I ventured into a forgotten carnival, the air thick with nostalgia and an eerie silence that hung over the deserted grounds. Among the overgrown weeds and rusting attractions, I stumbled upon an abandoned funhouse, its faded facade calling to me like a ghostly allure. As I stepped inside, the air shifted, heavy with the scent of decay and the distant echoes of laughter long silenced. I wandered through the labyrinth of corridors where twisted mirrors reflected not only my image but also the lingering shadows of past revelers. Each step further into the darkness revealed flickering lights and spectral shapes that blurred the lines between reality and illusion. The vibrant colors of once joyous moments now faded into a melancholic palette where carousel horses stood frozen in time, guarding the secrets of the carnival's lost souls. I felt a chill run down my spine as I sensed their presence, trapped within the crumbling walls. The funhouse, with its eerie charm, became a haunting reminder of the joy that once thrived there, now replaced by a lingering melancholy that clung to the air, inviting me to reflect on the fragility of happiness. Number 7. Late one night, amidst the stillness of the forest, I heard a distant cry for help that seemed to pierce the silence. Drawn by the haunting plea, I followed the sound deeper into the woods, where moonlight filtered through the towering pines, creating an ethereal glow. Each step felt charged with an unsettling energy, amplifying the rustle of leaves and snap of twigs beneath my feet. The forest seemed to hold its breath as I approached the source of the desperate call, an eerie anticipation settling over me. In a clearing ahead, I stumbled upon the remnants of a forgotten campsite, abandoned tents whispering tales of vanished souls. The flickering light of fireflies danced around me, their glow offering a fragile beauty amidst the somber scene. I felt an overwhelming sense of foreboding as I took in the remnants of lives once filled with laughter and camaraderie, now reduced to echoes of what had been. The haunting cry lingered in my mind, a chilling reminder of the thin veil between the living and the spectral, urging me to consider the stories hidden within the shadows of the forest. Number 8. During a weekend escape with friends to a remote cabin, we stumbled upon a hidden treasure in the attic, an old, weather-beaten map. Its parchment yellowed with age and adorned with intricate sketches of uncharted territories. The cryptic symbols beckoned us, igniting our imaginations and fueling a desire for adventure. Intrigued, we decided to trace the faded paths depicted on the map, leading us through dense forests and rugged mountains. Each step taken along the winding trails brought us closer to uncovering long-lost secrets, as if the map itself was a portal to a world where legends and reality intertwine. Along the way, we discovered remnants of ancient ruins and mysterious artifacts, their stories whispering of civilizations long gone. The air crackled with excitement and the thrill of discovery as we pieced together the map's enigmatic clues. It felt as though we had entered a living tapestry of history, and with every mile traversed, we were not just adventurers but guardians of the tales woven into the very fabric of the land, determined to honor the past while forging our own unforgettable journey. Number 9. While working the night shift at our town's only diner, I often reveled in the calm that enveloped the late hours. However, one particular night shattered that tranquility when I noticed a man sitting in a booth, his intense gaze locked onto me. The flickering fluorescent lights created an unsettling ambience, casting erratic shadows that danced across his stoic face. He was immovable, a haunting presence amidst the diner's usual hum. I felt a chill creeping up my spine as I went about my routine, his unyielding stare gnawing at the edges of my comfort. The diner, usually a refuge, morphed into an unsettling stage for an encounter that seemed to defy explanation. Each glance toward him revealed a silent battle of wills, the weight of his gaze pulling at my resolve. As the hours crawled by, the air thickened with tension, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something unseen lay beneath the surface of our mundane interactions. What began as an ordinary shift became a haunting memory, a reminder of the unseen forces that often linger just out of sight, waiting to disrupt the peace we take for granted. Number 10. In the twilight hours, I discovered a haunting scene in an abandoned carnival. Its once vibrant colors faded to memories. Amidst the overgrown weeds, I was drawn to an eerie funhouse that loomed before me, its facade a ghostly reminder of joy long forgotten. Inside, the air grew heavy with a musty scent, and the walls echoed with the laughter of yesteryears, now trapped in the dim light. I ventured deeper into the labyrinth of warped mirrors and flickering bulbs, where shadows danced like restless spirits. Each turn revealed a new corner of twisted nostalgia, blurring the lines between illusion and reality. I felt an unsettling sensation, as if the echoes of the past were reaching out to ensnare me. The remnants of carousel horses stood frozen, bearing witness to the dreams that once thrived here. I sensed the presence of lost souls, forever caught in the carnival's embrace, their stories woven into the very fabric of the place. As I moved through the remnants of joy and sorrow, I realized that the carnival, though abandoned, held on to its secrets, whispering tales of life and loss to those brave enough to listen. Number 11. On a quiet evening, while exploring the creaking hallways of an old mansion, I discovered a hidden attic filled with dusty relics. As I rummaged through the clutter, I stumbled upon a weathered chest cloaked in cobwebs, its ornate lock whispering of forgotten histories. With a mix of trepidation and excitement, I pried it open to reveal a trove of yellowed manuscripts and faded portraits. Among them lay a meticulously kept journal chronicling the mansion's tumultuous past. The pages unfolded like a ghostly narrative, revealing tales of forbidden romances, whispered scandals, and tragic endings that echoed through time. I found myself captivated by the stories etched in ink, each word a haunting echo of lives intertwined with the mansion's crumbling walls. The atmosphere thickened with reverence as I traced the delicate handwriting, feeling as if the past was reaching out to ensnare me in its enigmatic embrace. Each entry transported me deeper into the lives of those who had once walked these halls, their dreams and fears reverberating through the shadows. In that attic, surrounded by remnants of history, I felt the weight of untold stories pressing upon me, urging me to remember the lives that had faded but never truly disappeared. Number 12. One late evening, I found myself wandering through an abandoned carnival, its faded grandeur a haunting reminder of forgotten joys. As I explored the overgrown grounds, I stumbled upon a dilapidated funhouse, its entrance inviting yet foreboding. Inside, the air felt thick with nostalgia and decay, the musty scent swirling around me like a ghostly embrace. Each corridor I traversed was a labyrinth of twisted mirrors that reflected my image alongside glimpses of the past, a flicker of laughter, a shadow of joy. The flickering lights overhead cast an eerie glow, illuminating the remnants of carnival rides that once filled the air with excitement. I felt an uncanny presence, as if the spirits of those who had once reveled in this place lingered, their stories woven into the fabric of the decaying walls. Each step revealed layers of history, a phantasmagoria of joy and sorrow that intertwined like the rides themselves. As I moved deeper into the funhouse, the boundary between reality and illusion blurred, leaving me with a lingering sense of melancholy for the vibrant life that once pulsed through this forgotten carnival. Number 13. While exploring an old mansion on the outskirts of town, I ventured into its hidden attic, drawn by a sense of mystery. The dim light revealed dusty relics of a bygone era, and amidst the cobweb-covered furniture, I discovered a weathered chest tucked away in a shadowy corner. Its ornate lock seemed to beckon me, whispering promises of secrets within. With eager hands, I pried it open and uncovered a treasure trove of yellowed manuscripts and faded portraits. At the center lay a meticulously kept journal chronicling the mansion's tumultuous history. Each page unfolded tales of forbidden romances, whispered scandals, and tragic endings, breathing life into the echoing silence of the attic. As I traced the ink-stained words, I felt a shiver of reverence and apprehension, as if the past was reaching out to ensnare me in its intricate web. The stories became vivid images in my mind, a haunting reminder of lives intertwined with the mansion's crumbling walls. In that moment, surrounded by the remnants of history, I understood that these echoes of the past demanded to be remembered, their legacies forever etched in the fabric of time. Number 14. During a weekend getaway to a secluded lakeside cabin, I found myself enveloped in an atmosphere that was both tranquil and unsettling. As twilight descended, the forest came alive with whispers of forgotten tales, weaving local legends into the rustling leaves around me. Intrigued, I wandered along the shore, where the moonlight danced upon the water's surface, casting a shimmering glow that both calmed and unnerved me. My curiosity led me to an abandoned boathouse hidden among overgrown reeds, its weathered boards creaking ominously as I approached. The scent of damp wood and decay filled the air, hinting at secrets submerged beneath the tranquil waters. With each cautious step, I felt the shadows deepen, and the whispers of the forest grew louder, as if urging me to turn back. Yet, I pressed on, feeling an inexplicable connection to the stories that lingered here. The boathouse stood as a silent sentinel, guarding tales of lost dreams and forgotten journeys, stirring a primal unease within me that lingered long after I left the lakeside retreat, reminding me of the delicate balance between peace and the mysteries that dwell just beneath the surface. Number 15. Late one night, I found myself alone in an office building, the silence stretching around me like a heavy fog. As I waited for the elevator, a strange feeling settled over me, an unsettling sense of being watched. When the elevator doors slid shut behind me, a faint whisper of movement caught my attention, a subtle shuffling that felt distinctly out of place in the otherwise empty building. The elevator jolted unexpectedly, halting between floors, sending a shiver down my spine. In the dim emergency lights, I glimpsed a figure standing just beyond the glass doors, its presence a silent specter haunting the shadows of the corridor. Panic surged through me, and I pressed the emergency button, desperation clawing at my throat as I pleaded for rescue. Time seemed to stretch as I waited, the figure remaining still, shrouded in mystery. In that cramped space, fear gripped me, and I realized how quickly the mundane could transform into the inexplicable. The haunting experience lingered long after I escaped, a chilling reminder of the unseen forces that often tread in the corners of our everyday lives. Number 16. One night, I found myself exploring the dimly lit corridors of a long-abandoned carnival, where echoes of laughter still lingered like ghosts. Among the rusting rides and faded tents, I was drawn to a forgotten funhouse, its warped mirrors reflecting distorted images of my own curiosity. The air was thick with the scent of mold and decay, and I stepped inside, heart pounding with a mix of thrill and trepidation. Each corridor twisted and turned, revealing flashes of flickering lights and fleeting shadows that blurred the line between reality and illusion. The musty atmosphere held whispers of joy and sorrow, tales of children's laughter intermingling with the eerie silence of abandonment. I wandered deeper, feeling as if I had entered a dreamscape where time had stood still. The faded grandeur of carousel horses frozen in time bore witness to the joy that once filled this place. It felt as if the spirits of the past lingered, forever trapped in this hauntingly beautiful space. As I stepped back into the night, the memories of the carnival clung to me, a reminder of the fragile nature of joy and the passage of time. Number 17. One quiet night, while working late in an office building, I found myself enveloped in an eerie stillness that settled like a blanket around me. As I stepped into the elevator, the doors slid shut with a metallic clang, isolating me in a confined space. Suddenly, a faint sound broke the silence, an almost imperceptible shuffling that felt deeply unsettling in the empty building. The elevator jolted unexpectedly, coming to a stop between floors, and my heart raced in response. The dim emergency lights cast a pale glow, revealing a figure standing just beyond the glass doors, a silent presence that seemed to hold the shadows at bay. Panic surged within me as I pressed the emergency button, the sterile air suddenly thick with fear. Time stretched into an eternity as I waited for rescue, the figure remaining still and enigmatic, blurring the lines between reality and nightmare. In that moment, I was reminded of how quickly the ordinary could slip into the realm of the unknown. The encounter haunted me long after I finally escaped, a chilling reminder of the mysteries lurking just beyond the edge of our perception. Thank you for your attention. You can now become a member of the channel by clicking the join button under this video.